of the hour, let's get you the updates of the Supreme Court, which is going to be hearing the PILs challenging the release of 11 convicts in the 2002 murder and rape cases ahead of the crucial hearing. As per the Supreme Court orders during the previous sitting, the Gujarat government has now filed a fresh affidavit.
And in what has come as a fresh piece of information, the state government has also stated that the centre had approved the remission and premature release of 11 lifetime convicts in the Bilkis Bano case on the account of their good behaviour.
So the affidavit stated that the convicts had completed 14 years of their sentence and thereafter they were released as their behaviour was found to be good. The affidavit also noted that the release was opposed by the Superintendent of Police, the Central Bureau of Investigation Mumbai and also the Special Judge CBI Mumbai.
And also that the 11 convicts had walked out of the Godhra sub-jail on August 15, and this after the Gujarat government granted them remission from the life sentencing following a Supreme Court order. So the defence for release has been that it was only following the prescribed rules and the remission was given on the instruction of the Supreme Court after the convicts had served over 15 years behind bars and were suffering from poor health and old age.
Let me straight away go across to Harish now. Harish, as far as the points that are concerned in this current affidavit that has been also now come forth, they have been saying that they have been following the set rules that has been prescribed. As far as the laws that they say, none of them that has been flouted on the release of these 11 convicts.
Yes, that's right, Amita. The Gujarat government says that it was empowered to release all these convicts who were accused of gruesome and heinous offence of not only gang raping Bilkis Bano but also killing her 3-year-old daughter and also 7 other members of her family. And as per Section 432 and 433 of the CRPC, once the Supreme Court had allowed them to
Well, of course, we are getting some more update of the same, which is a crucial observation which needs to be looked upon, wherein we're learning that as per the affidavit, Centre not only backed the release, but it overlooked the CBI stand. Let me go across to Harish, who continues to be with us. Harish, this is a very key observation that needs to be looked upon as far as the affidavit is concerned, because also on the other hand, we know that Supreme Court is going to hear this matter today.
Yes, that's right. This crucial affidavit comes hours before the Supreme Court will take up this affidavit for hearing. And as you rightly said, the 2 more facts have come out of the annexures attached with the affidavit. Number 1, even the special judge had declined to sign remission request, and also CBI had opposed the release of these convicts, saying that they have committed a heinous, gruesome offence and deserve no leniency. And even the special judge had declined to sign remission request, saying that, let me read out what he had said in his letter to the government. The special judge had said, in this case, all convicted accused were found guilty of rape and murder of innocent people, that the accused had no enmity or any relation with the victim. So the crime was committed only on the ground that the victims belonged to a particular religion. In this case, even minor children and pregnant women was not spared. This is worst form of hate crime and crime against humanity. It affects the conscience of society. Aggrieved of this crime is the society at large. So very, very significant observations were made by the special judge while declining to sign the remission request. And also the CBI had not, this affidavit reveals that even the CBI had not permitted the release of these convicts, but the Gujarat government had managed to get the approval of the centre.
So, Harish, just stay on with us. Let me go across to Brinda Adige, who's with us on the phone line. Brinda, now this is an outdated remission policy as far as the response that has been given. Now, the Gujarat government says that technically and all the legal aspects has been covered. There was no legal flouting of any norms or laws that has been done on them. Following the rules, they had released these 11 convicts.
That's a blatant, outrageous lie. One cannot understand how a state government can lie so blatantly and think that they can get away. How can they even take the lame excuse of some outdated guidelines? We're looking at new guidelines. Isn't that not what my Prime Minister is talking about on a daily basis? That we are new, we are going forward, we are transforming ourselves. Then why the state government did not look at the guidelines that is so clear that rape and life term, those do not have remission? Very clear. And I think it is important that we pull up the state government also. The courts must have enough power and the judges must have enough courage to pull up all of those people who've been involved, especially the committee. The committee is so heavy heavily constituted of people in the BJP party. And they had nobody else. They did not take the permission from the court to sit and constitute this committee. So they have lied, flouted, violated every rule, every guideline. And they have no right to speak like this. They should be ashamed of themselves that they are talking about 11 people who have no right to see anything outside the premises of that jail.
But also on the other hand, the affidavit which we are accessing on Times Now, which the Gujarat government has submitted, a crucial point which needs to be looked upon is that it says that centre not only backed the release, but it also overlooked the CBI stand, which is perhaps coming as a massive twist in this case ahead of the Supreme Court hearing.
Exactly. See, when you have the power of the state machinery, the union government, the central government, whatever that we might want to call them, they will also claim that they did not see this. They overlooked it. And now who's going to hold them accountable? Who will hold the union government accountable? That's what it boils down to. Because the union government today is saying that CBI is something but that we do not want to give any credence to, no regard. And the CBI is there at my beck and call. So
right.
Is that what my India is? We are talking about my Amrit Mahotsav, 75 years of Indian independence. And we can't have either a state government or the union government doing things.
So it remains to be seen if this affidavit would be accepted there in Supreme Court's hearing today. Brinda, thank you very much for your point of view. Coming back to you, Harish, because these convicts walked free on the Independence Day itself, and that was an outdated remission policy of the state government. But is there a grey area really there, Harish, as far as the involvement of the Union Home Ministry also there is concerned?
In fact, what has come out after the affidavit has surfaced is a lot of emotional response from the several activists and also women's rights activists. But going by the affidavit, the centre and the Gujarat government says that it strictly goes by the law. And Amita, remember, as per the rules, section 435 CRPC of the rules, if it is a central agency which has probed the matter, the case, in this case, the CBI, the state government has to communicate to the take the approval of the centre, and that is why the Gujarat government has taken the approval of the centre, and centre, going by the Gujarat remission rules which are applicable in this case, that after completion of 14 years, a convict is can be considered for remission if he has good conduct in the jail. That can be considered. So even the centre has considered the good conduct of the prisoners the convicts in the jail, and thereby gave the approval for the release. So going by the tone and tenor of the centre and the Gujarat government, they believe that they have strictly gone by the law given prescribed in the criminal procedure code, and in such cases cannot go by emotion.
Well, of course, now all eyes will be on the hearing which is going to take place in the Supreme Court today, and it needs to be seen how this massive twist is going to play a key role in that. Thank you, Harish, for all those updates.